It's a learning process to run a business. You got to develop different mindsets, develop empathy in a lot of different areas. And sometimes that involves setbacks.
Yeah.
Sometimes we make bad decisions, good intentions, but unintended consequences take over. So all of a
Yeah.
sudden you run into some type of a disappointment or a crisis within the business. And you have to identify different behaviors, but implement those behaviors. So tell me about an instance that may stand out in your experience where you ran into a crisis and things weren't working and you had to kind of put yourself and the business back together and implement new behaviors.
Yeah. This would, it happens more often than I think people realize. And
Yes,
I
it
think
does.
that's, if you were to have a lot more of these conversations, I'm not sure everybody would admit that. But it's something every leader faces, whether it's company wide or, products not working or teams not working well together or other implementation issues. One of the companies that I was running, a couple companies, before Pure 39, it was a company called Quadrant One, and we were very early in some of the advertising techniques and services and products that we were bringing to market, and we had to go through some really big change at the company. And granted, it was a small company, but ultimately, we brought the solutions to market, and we deployed a number of products and solutions for it, and we thought we were like, by all measures, we thought we were on the right path. Now, ultimately, the company was not successful. You can attribute that to a lot of different things, but having 2020 going back in hindsight and so forth, and the team, I still keep in touch with very much, and there were, one of the things that we talk about, Ted, with that team is, one, we were a little early, but we all call that our most successful failure, and I know that's a kind of like a weird thing to say. And the reason that it was successful is because we more or less had to turn the company around from a company that was stagnant, and so we had to go through some really hard implementation strategies of new areas that we needed to communicate to customers, new ways that we had to service the customers, and new staff that we had to bring on, new staff that we had to change their behaviors, and different services that we had to bring to market. And it's interesting, when I talked to that staff, there was a lot of learnings that went on about how you go from something that is consistent, and then realizing that this is not going to be consistent anymore, and we're going to have to change a different direction.
Hi, Ted Wolf here. I want to thank you for joining us for this Implementors video. The Implementors podcast is presented by Guidewise, where we, along with our vetted member community, recognize that ideas are easy, but implementation is hard. To learn more about getting things done with Guidewise, please visit us at guidewise.io. And to conquer your implementation struggles, please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Happy implementing.